फिरनी बुलाई दो चार और पढ़ना लाई दो चुनरी मारे गुरल लो सिरगा मालीर थारे बाग तो निपुजे निबुदाड़मुदा बिन नाट्या रस अरे बिन
Thank you for giving this wonderful platform here to come and to bring a troupe from India, a part of India which maybe many of you have never been there, and even if you have been, maybe you've never seen this performances from. But here, they are here to perform with you and to share with you and to tell you that there are elements in all of our lives that make us one. The elements of music, elements of dance.
Later on, we're really humbled to have on this auspicious week when we come together as the Indian community to commemorate the 1860 indentured laborers that have come to KwaZulu-Natal on 16 November 1860, and having Her Excellency here with us where we connect with India. We have come from a long way. We are the fourth, fifth generations of our forebears. But what strikes us most is that they never failed to uphold Indianness and the culture aspect of their life, and what India always propagates is culture and diversity.
The work that Prince Ishwa is doing here to ensure that you bring together all the nations for peace, unity and prosperity. No time will ever erase the mark we are making in the life of the nation. It is a skillful display of dance, music and instrument, which is a cultural display that we will all remember for many years to come. I'm excited to experience this performance for the first time, hopefully not my last. I'm grateful for what Mrs. Thelma said here on the long walk to where we are with the Indian community. I know that the first Indian community that left India in 1860 in the shores of Madras, which arrived here in 16 November 1860. And now you have 162 years. You see this 60, 162, 16 November being common. And the impact we have made in the lives of the people living here in our country. Because we have contributed in many ways, in various ways. Like I was mentioning, the bursaries which are still offered by India to our
Honorable Dr. Shivanandaya. Shivananda Peace Foundation, we cordially welcome you to an afternoon of music and dance brought to you by the Indian Council for Cultural Relations. It's our Rajastani group led by Mr. Dilip Khan. Without further ado, I invite on stage the Commodore of the Zululand Yacht Club, Mr. Kirsten Schroeder, for the welcome remarks. Mr. Kirsten Schroeder.
Thank you, Madam. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my privilege to stand here in front of you today, and it's also very nice for the weather gods to give us this perfect weather for this setting. I would like to say Prince Ishwar, I've known him a couple of years. He's a man of impeccable taste, and that's why he chose the Zululand Yacht Club for this setting today. Thank you, sir. We are most privileged and most honored for this. The slogan of your foundation is promoting unity and diversity. It cannot be of more relevance than where we are at the moment, because you come here at the height of our cruising season. The Zululand Yacht Club is, as we stand, full to the brim with international yachts from all over. Mostly French, a lot of Europeans, Danish, American, Canadians, all sorts are here today. Unfortunately, the French will also be here to witness the rugby tonight, so they will be crying a little bit later, I suspect. But they are welcome nevertheless. So it is my honor to stand in front of you. I know Ishwari has got a complete list, but if you would allow me to just touch on a few names on your welcome list. First of all, Her Excellency, the Consul General of India, Miss Thelma John David. Then the troop leader for today's event is Mr. Dilip Khan. His Worship the Mayor, Mr. Zulani Bengu. And then the speaker, Mr. Bengu. Thank you very much for making it here. Oh, Tembu, I'm sorry, sir. I'm a bit nervous on the stage. And then all you beautiful people, I would like to say thank you very much for coming to the Zululand Yacht Club. Please enjoy the proceedings. Ms. Ishwari has got the full list of protocols that she will run through, but I would just like to make all of you feel welcome at this yacht club, and I hope you enjoy the day. Please enjoy. Thank you.
Thank you, Kirsten. It gives me great pleasure to invite on stage our special guests. Alright, before we continue, I humbly ask you to please put your phones on silent as we continue with today's program. It gives me great pleasure to invite on stage our special guests for a true Indian welcome and the lighting of the lamp. Please would you come forward as I call your names. Her Excellency, the Consul General of India, Mrs. Thelma John David, the troop leader, Mr. Dilip Khan, His Worship the Mayor, His Excellency, Mr. Tommy Intuli, His Worship the Mayor, Councillor Kolani Bengu, the Commodore of the Zululand Yacht Club, Mr. Kirsten Schroeder, the founder of the Shivananda Peace Foundation, Prince Ishwar Ramlakshman Mabeka Zulu. As we light the lamp, let's remember our forefathers who left India in November 1860 and came to South Africa looking for a better life. We are grateful for their perseverance and bravery in giving us a better life.
Besicela ubaba umfundisi bamakubane eze ngaphambili ezosivulela umkhuleko opening with prayer.
May I please request all of us to stand up and just sing a brief of the national song, national anthem. It says, Izwa imithandazo yethu sigelela Nkosi, sigelela si. Aw yizwa baba, yizwa imithandazo yethu sigelela Nkosi, sigelela sigele thina lusapho thina lusapho lusa. May we kindly close our eyes. Heavenly Father, we thank you for gathering all of us from various corners of this district. We thank you, Father, for this wonderful event, and we're praying for its success from the start till the end. My Father, we are praying for your presence in this place. Let the spirit of peace blow amongst us. In Jesus' mighty name, amen.
Sanbolani? Sanbolani? Namaste? Wow. All right. I would like to invite Zulu dance, leads of foundation dancers. Ngicela beze ngaphambili sishaye izandla sikikise kube mnandi kube nje. Yebo. One thing that I like when we are together like this, even if you don't know English, when you see someone clapping a hand, you see, oh, what they saying that will join us. All right. What's on my foot? Yo, you look so beautiful, eh? What's on Bataba? Afikizela, sipakanga bese. Mgona wewe. Nia kwa mimi na hapa kwa tu danza. Abezo alimukuja besa. Ina ni yeso bata. Utabo wali si akuma bata bana. Shano kuma bata bana. Shano kuma bata bana. So mapesa playing the program na playing the program so mapesa bafore tu. Unangi kwa. Yeah, anything, music is a universal language, dance is a universal language. Hello. All right. And I'm about to introduce the next speaker. That man, he's a prince. Zulu. He's a man of all nations. Ubathanda bonke abantu. Maybe next to you, you'll see the black, you will see the white, you will see the Indian. There's one thing he used to say, unity in diversity. All right? So I would like to invite SIVANANDA World Peace Foundation President, Prince Ishwa Ramlashman Pegamazulu. Just Mishali Shop.
Om Shri Sadguru Bhagwan Shivanandaya Namah. Om Shri Sadguru Bhagwan Shivanandaya Namah. Om Shri Sadguru Bhagwan Shivanandaya Namah. My humble greetings to Her Excellency, the Consul General of India in Durban, Mrs. Thelma John David, together with a wonderful family, Mr. Sandeep, and a little child that has come all the way from Durban. We welcome you. You are in King Ketwayo, in South Africa, in KwaZulu-Natal. This is what you enjoy, the warmness of KwaZulu. Welcome. We also acknowledge and thank His Worship the Mayor of King Ketwayo District Municipality and the Chairman of Salga, present here with us, Mpemba. Ngiyabonga kakhulu Baba for your presence. We also acknowledge Councillor T.S. Kumete, the Speaker of the City of Mhlatuze, who is present with us representing His Worship the Mayor in Ngwezi today. We also acknowledge the Zululand Yacht Club, Mr. Kirsten Schrader. Thank you, sir, for being with us today. My humble greetings to all the elderly that have come today, the youngsters, religious leaders, and all the internationals that are here today from all over the world. A very warm welcome to you. I want to say a very big thank you to ICCR for lovingly choosing Richards Bay to host today's event. We welcome the Rajastani troupe under the leadership of Mr. Jalal Khan and his dedicated team. You will hear them perform later on. We're really humbled to have on this auspicious week when we come together as the Indian community to commemorate the 1860 indentured laborers that have come to KwaZulu-Natal on 16 November 1860. Last year, at this very same venue, we had an event, and how apt that today it falls within the same time. And having Her Excellency here with us, where we connect with India, we have come from a long way. We are the fourth, fifth generations of our forebears. But what strikes us most is that they never failed to uphold the Indianness and the culture aspect of their life, and what India always propagates is culture and diversity. And this is what we are here today. I'm reminded that about 15 years ago, when His Excellency Mr. Harshvardhan Shringla, through His Worship the late B.V.M. Tetwa, who fostered good relations at that time and brought a bust together with Mr. Ivan Naidu, who's given his apologies today. They brought a bust to install here in Richards Bay. And that bust is sitting at the museum in Richards Bay, in Mpangeni. And in due course, through the leadership of Mpemba and Ngwezi, the mayor of city of Mhlatuzi, the site has been passed through full council, and there will be a heritage monument together with our Dr. Nelson Mandela, His Majesty, the late King Goodwill Zwelithini Kabaka-Zulu, Bayete Hlangalom Tlabati, will be erected there. So we look forward to that monument, which will highlight the universal love of people of the land. We are here seated together as one nation. And let us, wherever we go, whatever we do, let us create happiness in order to make sure that we make oneness becomes part of our life. My brother Kwabe mentioned black. All these are man-made colors, but Almighty regards us as His children. So we are one, but in all different forms. Let us unite wherever we go. That is my message for today, because ultimately we belong to each other and we must uplift one another so that we can all live in harmony and unity as a community. Once again, enjoy today's performance. Dance if you want to dance, sing if you want to sing, and just be happy, because we all are here because we love each other. And to have His Worship the Mayor, who is running Salga, which is all the provinces, municipalities, he is the chairperson, and for him to be here to sacrifice his time with us, we also want you to engage with the community in Pemba, which we have started. We also acknowledge your commitment and your attendance at the Diwali festival here in Richards Bay. We give thanks, but we want to see much more of these such events under the leadership of King Tetwaya, so that our community can come together and appreciate one another. His Majesty King Goodwill Zwelithini Kabaka-Zulu was very clear. He wanted all of us to become one. And his motto was, we must learn to tolerate each other and more especially accept each other. And then only we'll be able to live in harmony and in oneness. And my master Sri Swami SIVANANDA always said, serve, love, give, purify, meditate, realize, be good, do good, be kind, be compassionate, and this will be the highest in life. So with those few words, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much and enjoy today's event.
Thank you, Ishwar. I now invite on stage Her Excellency, the Consul General of India, Durban, Mrs. Thelma John David, for her message. Mrs. David.
Namaste, Vanakkam, Senai Gunani. Good afternoon to you all, and thank you for this lovely warm welcome to Richards Bay. I must say that this is my first visit outside Durban. I've just come about little over 3 months, and this is the first time we are taking an event out from Durban and coming out to another part of the province to do an event with the Consulate General of India. And thank you for this special and warm welcome that we have received here from His Excellency here, and also the President of the SIVANANDA World Peace Foundation. I just want to share a few words with you before we see this wonderful performance from Rajasthan, India. A little bit on the legacy of India-South Africa relations and what is that we are celebrating here today. I think some of the elements Prince Ishwar touched upon is truly the oneness and the unity that we have. and what Mrs. Ishwaya had mentioned about the 1860, the timeline of the arrival of the first indentured laborers to the shores of South Africa, a legacy from the colonial past, but today it's something that really connects us and binds us together. But that legacy does not just end with those actions which were taken by a foreign land, but that legacy has now grown into this large community here which works truly as one with the nation of South Africa, which India has proudly supported during its long struggle and its long walk to freedom. All through that long walk to freedom, India supported South Africa. But if you go back half a century before that, there was another set of incidents which happened here, which led us to our own long walk and our own freedom in 1947. I refer back to the 21 years spent by a young lawyer, Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, in South Africa, which molded him into what he became, a political leader, a true visionary who not only led India to its independence 75 years ago that today we celebrate as Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, but also laid the ground for many other countries to come out into the freedom. And it's truly that joyous journey towards our own freedoms that binds us together. And of course, the cultural connect that is between the two countries has continued unbroken through all this period. Through its people, the rich traditions that is celebrated here today. I was so pleased to see the way Diwali was celebrated with the fireworks and the fervor. Through the commercial and the commercial connect that we have across the oceans, where we now trade between these two countries, and more to come in the years as we go ahead. It's truly another sea which really connects us, but it's called the Indian Ocean, but it's another sea. At one time it was something which divided these two countries, but today it truly connects us, and we are on two shores of this great ocean which connects us. That brings me to what do we look forward as we go forward in the coming years and especially 2023. I think 2023 is special for both the countries because it marks a milestone of 30 years of diplomatic relations between the two countries, and it's also the time when we set up our mission both in Johannesburg, Pretoria, Durban, and then later on in Cape Town. It's important mark of sort of coming of age of relations between the two countries, and we look forward to all the special celebrations that we will be having during that time. And I hope that Your Worship and Your Excellency, that I will be able to come back to Richards Bay and to other parts of the province with more programs as we look forward to that celebrations. It's also a special year because South Africa will be hosting India among the other countries as the BRICS 2023, and we look forward to engaging with the country. And India also looks to receiving South Africa along with the G20 countries for the G20 in India in the coming year. That again brings me back to the sort of motto that we have selected for G20 this year. It's about one world, one family, one future. And I think that's something which truly strikes a chord with what Prince Ishwar had earlier mentioned about how we are truly one. And that oneness is only when we practice and only when we take decisions knowingly that we want to do things together. And thank you for giving this wonderful platform here to come and to bring a troupe from India, from a part of India which maybe many of you have never been there, and even if you have been, maybe you've never seen this performances from. But here they are here to perform with you and to share with you and to tell you that there are elements in all of our lives that make us one. The elements of music, elements of dance. And I just want to reflect back to the G20 logo that we have selected, where we selected 7 leaves of a lotus petal, which is a very, very common symbol in the Indian art form and religious life. It shows the unity of the 7 notes, the unity of the 7 seas that is around us. In all of this, as we celebrate, I really want to thank the Mayor for what we potentially have, another way to memorialize the bonds that we have in possibly installing the bust of Mahatma Gandhi along with President Mandela and with His Excellency the late King. We look forward to such symbolic gestures which will truly memorialize and bring together the communities. I just want to end with just referring back to the theme of one family, the Vasudhaiva Kudumbakam, and also Ubuntu, which is truly the South African theme which brings us together. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would not take much time, but except to say a brief word of thank you to the Indian Council for Cultural Relations for supporting us for this, bringing this troupe from India. They actually have just performed in the French Reunion Islands and then they are performing here. Thank you again for this wonderful support, especially from the World SIVANANDA Peace Foundation and also Zululand Yacht Club and our other sponsors. I hope you all enjoy this and remember the oneness and the diversity and the unity that we all have. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Tema. There's something that they forgot to tell you. That present they said you're going to share it with me. All right. In oneness, that wherever I go, whenever I see my friend from another country, or where I see someone next to me, I'd love to teach you a small song. Anything. I love you, you love me. So oh. Remember, there's this party so just forget about it. When you reach there, you understand? Then let me repeat it again. I love you, you love me. So oh, can you do that for me? Okay, let me go for it. 1, 2, 3, come. I love you, you love me. So oh. Na 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 oh, the oh is everywhere. So I need us all sing this song, alright? And the na 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 is everywhere. That's what means unity as well. Alright, can we sing again? I love you. Nebo. You love me. Oh yes, go again. Yes. You love me. Yes, I do. Yeah, Mo. One more time. I need a no, 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 no. You love me. No, no. I need us all say no, 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 no. I 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, what's that? Hey. Clap the song! Clap the song! Clap the song! Clap the song! Is there something like that? Clap the song. Yes. Yes, there's a song in the clapping. There's a clapping in the song. So my clap now is called like this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, hey. The last hey is for joy. Come again, join me. 1, 2, 3. There's nothing like hey. The hey of joy. The joy means happiness. Let's do it again. Let's 1, 2, 3, count. Asambe. Thank you so much. Lapha ngaphambili ngizocela uku-introduce and welcome His Worship the Mayor of King Cetshwayo District Municipality, His Excellent Mr. Tamutule Sophis. Ngicela uze ngaphambili. Siyabonga. Lasimshayele ihlombe.
Thank you very much. I'm not quite sure what I saw. Yeah. Thank you very much, Program Director, with Sonke Siyathandana, and I love you so. I wish to acknowledge the presence of the Consul General of India, Mrs. Thelma, John David, together with your husband and your blessing, the little one. I wish to also acknowledge the presence of the troop leader, Mr. Dilip Ken, the Honorable Speaker of Chachuze Pagatwayo. I also saw Councillor at the back there from Chachuze. I also acknowledge him. The Commodore Christian of Zululand Yacht Club and the SIVANANDA World Peace Foundation President, Prince Ishwa Ramlachman, who's Mapega. In the Zulu one way, it's called Mapega Zulu. And all important guests here, the beautiful guests that we have, which I heard that they are actually, they are actually international. I really appreciate the opportunity which has been afforded to me to come here and address such a prestigious event. I do not take it for granted that the relationship I have with all communities, in particular the Indian community, has made an important mark in my journey as the mayor. She may not know the Consul General of India. While I was a mayor for 10 years in Kanda, I had many students taken by India to go and study in her program. I was also once visited in their offices twice. The other time I had to pass a message, and the other time we were with His Excellency Prince of Papilanga. It's a very important journey. And even today, not only the Diwali, which was hosted here in Queen Cetshwayo, I addressed and attended. I also went to Durban in Mkomazi, where they also had a Diwali. I also had a privilege of sending a message. So I think as much as we normally say Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi, who's the Prime Minister of the Zulu Nation, has a good relationship with the Indian community, dating back from the time of the struggle. but I think I've also started that journey. I really appreciate to be introduced in such an important journey. I know that the work that Prince Ishwa is doing here to ensure that you bring together all the nations for peace, unity and prosperity. No time will ever erase the mark we are making in the life of the nation. As well a rainbow nation, but no time will ever erase the impact you are making in our life, teaching us to tolerate one another, being able to sit together, joke together, smile together, sing together, as our wonderful conductor was actually conducting us to a song. It's something quite very important, especially in the country where in most of the time when you go to the news, you'll hear stories of violence. You'll hear stories of violence within the families where a husband will take the life of the wife and the children, where a boyfriend will take, who's a policeman, will take the life of his two girlfriends. You know, to have such important environment, especially in a country where we have so many problems of violence, to have these gestures, I know that it's an education to our community, that this is what we should be actually doing, to build the society which lives in peace, a society which lives in harmony. I'm grateful for what Mrs. Tema said here on the long walk to where we are with the Indian community. I know that the first Indian community that left India in 1860 in the shores of Madras, which arrived here in 16 November 1860. And now you have 162 years. You see this 60, 162, 16 November being common. And the impact we have made in the lives of the people living here in our country. Because we have contributed in many ways, in various ways. Like I was mentioning, the bursaries which are still offered by India to our people, of which I believe that Mrs. Thelma, for my mere honoring this important event, will have some consideration for our poor community to offer more bursaries to our people in particular here, because now I'm no longer serving just one local municipality. I'm serving 5. All 5 municipalities that are under King Zetwayo, which is Umhlatuze, Folozi, Mthonjaneni, Kandla, and Umlalas. So even if in the past I used to have 5 or 10, I think you understand now that more investment needs to actually happen. I also apologize, Prince Ishwa, for arriving at a time when everyone was already settled. He knew that today I have a commitment when you pass Stenga to Mapumulo. That is why I started in the morning. And I will be leaving again to Durban for other commitments. As he has correctly said, I'm also the chairperson of the South African local government. There is a lot one is seized with all over. I'm actually extending my warm greetings to all who are present here. In fact, I've heard that you will be seeing some dancing, and the art of dance is used as an expression of love, joy, sorrow, and a multitude of other emotions in all societies. What is common to most cultures is that dance is used to showcase the background, history, and culture of each individual country and nationality. As a proud Zulu man, I often delight in the beauty, sounds, and movement of the many African dance styles that form part of our culture and history. Contemporary African dances fall in either of these three categories. The first one, which is the ritual or religious, the ceremonial or chaotic or storytelling. I'm therefore inspired by the notion of using dance to convey a certain message, be it religious, social or cultural. The invitation to be part of this special occasion, Prince, is also appreciated, as it is symbolic of many racial and cultural groups who make up our population. The King Tetwa District Municipality is a diverse and multicultural district, rich in its history and heritage. We feel very strongly as the leadership of the district that it is extremely vital to support and strengthen the artistic abilities and development of the arts. I am informed that this is the first performance of the renowned Rajastani troupe in this region. It is a skillful display of dance, music, and instrument, which is a cultural display that we will all remember for many years to come. I'm excited to experience this performance for the first time, hopefully not my last. From what I've heard, it is colorful, joyous, and expressive. The SIVANANDA World Peace Foundation, which is aimed at promoting peace, unity in diversity, arts and culture amongst people of the world, as amongst its leaders, Mr. Ishwa Ramlashman, a man whom I respect for his work in uplifting culture in our region. The foundation is responsible for the sponsorship and installation of SIVANANDA Peace Pillars in South Africa to promote peace and harmony with diversified communities. They also engage in the promotion of yoga, empowering youth dialogue to enhance job opportunities in communities and creating sustainable youth development through music and dance. His Excellency the Prime Minister of the Zulu Nation, Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi, is a patron of the foundation and has supported the Peace Pillar programs over years. These are activities driven towards community building and social upliftment. I applaud their efforts and wish them all the best in their future endeavor. As we enjoy this wonderful display of dance and music, I welcome the full troupe to the King Tetwa District and look forward to being a part of many similar occasions in the future. I thank you.
Thank you, His Excellency, Mr. Tami Ntuli, for your lovely message. Dear audience, thank you for your patience and kind support. I humbly ask you for just 5 minutes of your time to introduce our special overseas guests. Our Rajastani troupe, led by Mr. Dilip Khan, is a talented group of musicians coming from the Daga tribe of the Manganiyar community residing in a small village called Chandan, situated in the Jaisalmer district. These Rajasthani folk musicians understand music in and out as they develop and present music adapted from the traditional folk as well as Sufi songs that have survived through the passing centuries and generations. Most of the songs they play are utterly devotional towards gods and goddesses they worship. Their devotion is evident and breaks the chains of following a specific religion as they sing praises of Hindu gods and goddesses even though they come from a Muslim background. Their exceptional display of vocals and instruments such as harmonium, kartal, and shehnai is a sight to watch without a blink of the eye. The group has performed in various cities of India and 15 countries abroad, such as Europe and the Gulf, with today or this week being their first time in Africa. The artists are from the Fankar group, India. Please allow me to introduce each member of this afternoon's talented group from India. Firstly, Mr. Dilip Khan, the troupe leader. Mr. Jalal Khan, the lead singer for the show. Mausam Khan, Dolka master. Dilbar Khan on Dol. Sabir Khan on Kartal. Aziz Ahmed Kanjari. Uday Ram, a dancer. And Laka, who's also a dancer. Let's give our overseas artists a huge round of applause and do enjoy the vibrant and energetic music and dance. Please feel free to clap and acknowledge this unique cultural experience. Thank you.
वो तेरी जय 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 हो गणेश जी। ओ लाल सिंदूर चढ़े गज मुख को, लाल सिंदूर चढ़े गज मुख को, भक्तों के काटे हर दुख को, पूजा देश विदेश में तेरी, पूजा देश विदेश में तेरी जय 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 हो गणेश, ओ तेरी जय 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 हो गणेश, ओ तेरी जय 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 हो गणेश, तेरी जय हो जय हो गणेश जी। ओ करते मुँह सटकी है सवारी, करते मुँह सटकी है सवारी, चरण लगती दुनिया सारी, चरण लगती दुनिया सारी। ओ तेरा पूरण है दरवेश की, तेरा पूरण है दरवेश, तेरी जय जय हो गणेश, ओ तेरी जय जय हो गणेश जी। ओ सवरू तुझे हर दुख मिट जावे, ओ सवरू तुझे हर दुख मिट जावे, दुनिया सारी तेरे गुण गावे, दुनिया सारी तेरे गुण गावे, पूजा देश विदेश में तेरी, पूजा देश विदेश, तेरी जय 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 हो गणेश, ओ तेरी 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 जय जय हो गणेश जी।
Thank you. Thank you.
हमारे साजन साजन है करा, साजन दे साजन। This song, Kesariya Valam Padaro Mare Desh, welcome song.